Howdy, y'all. Well, I have been having troubles. My air compressor gave up on me, so I've been trying to fix it without doing major work to it. There's a couple websites out there, YouTube basically too. Got some information on it. There's a guy out there that has some good videos on it, and he's got a web page too, and he sells parts for it. And you know, not all the parts, but he's got parts on there. He sells grease specific to this. I bought what they call full service kit. There's 4 tubes, 2 of each. Don't think you really need that much, but that's what he sent. And I bought a kit off of GX website, a full rebuild kit. Nope, that ain't it. This one here. And this is some of the parts that came with the compressor when I bought it, which is the piston ring. It's more of a cup, but it's not a cup yet. You have to make it one. There was a couple springs in there, a couple O-rings, and burst disc. So I have been trying. I've tried twice to make a video of what I'm doing to fix it. Both tries failed, so here we are at the 3rd video. I'm not even going to air the other ones. Okay, so it builds up to about 1,000 psi stops. First thing they tell you to do is check this right here. This is a one-way valve. That's the high pressure one-way valve. Get out of here. Go. She sneaks in here on me, and I got to keep her out of here so she won't pick up stuff off the floor. She puts everything in her mouth. Damn kids. Took that out, cleaned it, put her new spring in it, tested it again, testing it with the deadhead on it, so all it's filling up is the line here. Shouldn't take 15 to 20 seconds. Got to 1,000, it stopped. Okay. So we took the head off of it, and the reed valve in the head itself for the intake, it was nasty. I had to clean it. I think I got some pictures of it, so I'll post some pictures of it. Got that cleaned up. You'll take the head or the piston and run it to the top. There's 3 screws. You take those off, and it takes you can take this piston seal out, and you clean up real good. But underneath that cap, there's another set of reed valves. Those were nasty looking, so I cleaned those up. Install some grease before I reassemble that. This is basically called a re-lube. You know, a quick lube. Because if you're really doing it, you're going to take the piston out, and there's a big groove in there to lube it with, kind of like a bullet grease groove. Next thing is you take this little cover right here off, and you could put a 3mm wrench back here in the back of the motor, and you can spin it around till you find where the wrist pin is in the rod and piston. You pull it out and clean it up, re-lube it with this grease, and put it back in. Well, when I was in there on that one, I found some stuff I didn't like, and it looked like metal. So got it cleaned up best I could, re-greased it, put it back together, turned it on. It's running really smooth now, because it was kind of shaking, but it was running really smooth, but still only 1,000 psi. So we're gonna have to go into the lower. This up here is what they call the low pressure side, and this is the high pressure side. And when you understand how these things work, it makes sense. So let me get you repositioned here, and we're going to try to take this piston out of here without taking the case off of the motor, or off of the gear reduction, because this does have a gear reduction in it. So we're going to try to get that piston out of here. They were showing ways to do it, but I think you can get it out without doing all that. But if I need to, I'll have to go ahead and get the main casing off of the gear reduction. So let me get you pulled in here, and so you can see more of what we're doing. All right, first thing we're going to do is we're going to unscrew these 4 screws, and I've already got them done, so it saves some time. Pull that up. We're going to make sure those don't fall. Well, flip them over. Here is the reed valve that I was talking about. Now this is on the intake side. Air is sucked in through here. There's a heavy steel plate here, and then the actual reed valve is underneath it. When you take it apart and when you put it back together, you got to make sure you put it, you know, which side's up, and it should show you. If you see it, look at it, it's bent up a little bit. It's the first time I put it on there backwards, so it was holding the reed valve closed. And the way you can test it is without the filter in here, blowing through it. If you can blow through it, then you're good. But that was nasty. All right. A 3mm. Where'd it go? Always losing stuff around here. Here it is over here. They said you can put a 3mm in the back of the motor here. You can turn it. And there it is, top dead center. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go to over here, and we're going to pop this cover off. It's just a plastic cover, doesn't do anything. And you can see it right now. That is the high pressure piston right there. So what we're going to do, we're going to insert our 3mm wrench back into the end of the motor. I know it's going to be hard to do, but I'll get it here and I'll show it to you. All right about there. And that's the wrist pin to the cylinder, between the cylinder and the piston. Now this little tool came with the compressor itself, and what it's for is to reach in here. All right, that's the big one, and this is the little one. I think this is 3 and that's 5. So you go in here, you screw it right in there, and then you can pull the wrist pin out. So what we're going to do now is going to stand it back up here. I want to try to do this without having to take this whole entire cover off, but I may end up having to. Alright, so now let's take this back off of here. And we're going to go down in here with that. It's the 5mm on this side. we're gonna see if we can pull this out of here. All right, I don't think I'm gonna, let me disassemble the top of this. It's a 3mm wrench. All right, we'll insert this back in there, 5mm end. I'll pop that off. This is the reed valves that I was talking about. These were also really nasty and dirty. All right. We're going to take our 3mm and we're going to, well, the piston's not connected now, but we'll push it down a little bit there. This is that piece. See, it's a cup now. You had to form it to your piston. Now, so it looks like I'm gonna have to open it up. I didn't want to have to, but I was thinking, oh, there we go. We got it. We got it. Okay. We are totally missing the top seal. It is gone. Totally gone. That would be, where'd my kit go? So that's going to be either the white one or the brown one. It's probably the white one that's missing. We got some scarring on the piston. And this is the high pressure end. Let me and when this is together like this seal, when this piston comes up, it compresses against the head. It goes through those reed valves, and then when the piston goes back down, the reed valves seal, which now that air is in here and is compressed at a higher pressure. And that's how that works. So let me get all this cleaned up. Okay, so we got had to take it completely out so we could work on it. We do have some piston damage, or cylinder wall damage in there. I don't know if it's going to affect anything or not, but it's definitely got some damage to it. We'll have to assess a little bit more about it. But see here, this has got a solid steel crank and crank and piston, or crank and rod. Good solid stuff. I mean, I don't see any damage to anything there. Only thing I'm seeing damage to, like I said, is that piston cylinder wall a little bit in the pistons. Other than that, we'll clean it up. I still need to take the bottom end off of it. Get everything cleaned up completely, get all the trash out of it. We'll go ahead and take this rod off and clean the needle bearing up and make sure there's nothing in there. So I'm going to stop this video right here. Let me see what I need to do. If I can repair anything or not. I can buy this. I can buy a complete piston too. I can buy the piston complete, ready to go. Just drop it into here, and I know they have the cases too. So, and that's going to be less than a fourth of the price of a new one. So, all right. Thanks for watching, everybody.